the final.
Vâng, Minh Khuê xin cảm ơn sự ủng hộ nhiệt tình của tất cả mọi người ạ. Và không để quý vị chờ đợi lâu hơn nữa, sau đây chúng ta hãy đến với phần số 2 của đêm chung kết cuộc thi Around the World năm 2021 ngày hôm nay.
Starting from this second part, the teams will draw lots to receive their questions. So, in order to ensure fairness, the organizers conducted the lot drawing for the teams to ensure the order of entries. And this order will apply to the last two parts, which are integration perspective and debate.
Và quý vị và các bạn thân mến, bắt đầu từ phần thi thứ hai, các đội thi sẽ tiến hành bốc thăm để nhận đề thi của mình. Để đảm bảo công bằng, trước đó ban tổ chức đã tiến hành cho các đội thi bốc thăm thứ tự, dự thi và thứ tự này sẽ được áp dụng cho hai phần thi cuối là tư duy hội nhập và tranh biện.
And now, I want to ask the four teams, have you all clear about your orders? We need 5.
Yeah.
And how about Sakura?
Yeah.
Our Rangers.
Yes, we got it.
And
the Phoenix.
Got it.
All right. Rules for part 2. The part 2 of Around the World final round named Integration Perspectives. And in this round, 4 teams will take turn to draw one of the 4 situations that the organizing committee offers and come up with the solution for that situation. Cases are explored based on 4 topics of round 1, stage 1.
Và thể lệ của phần thi số 2 như sau, với tên gọi tư duy hội nhập. Ở vòng thi này, 4 đội thi sẽ lần lượt bốc thăm một tình huống trong 4 tình huống mà ban tổ chức đưa ra và trình bày giải pháp cho tình huống đó. Các tình huống được khai thác dựa trên 4 topic của vòng 1 chặng 1 như sau: Diversity in Workplace, Knowledge Sharing, Winning the Natural World và cuối cùng Multinational Companies Impacts.
And each team has 5 minutes to prepare and 3 minutes to present. And after the presentation is over, the judges will ask questions related to the team's solutions.
Và mỗi đội có 5 phút hội ý để chuẩn bị, 3 phút để trình bày. Và sau khi kết thúc phần trình bày, ban giám khảo sẽ đặt ra câu hỏi liên quan đến cách giải quyết của đội thi.
So judges, are you all clear about the rules? Yeah, thank you. I see the big thumbs up from Michael Ngô. Thank you very much. And how about the teams? Have you all understood the rules of the second part yet? We need 5.
Yeah, we understood.
Okay, the Phoenix?
Understood.
Akira? Sakura, where are you?
I am here. Understood.
Yeah, thank you. And Go Rangers?
Got it.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, please raise your hand or drop a message in the chat box. The organizers will quickly. So the contestant already understand the rules of round 1, round 2, right? So we will come to the first drawing turn.
Và sau đây xin được mời 4 đội thi lần lượt bốc thăm tình huống do ban tổ chức đưa ra. Đầu tiên xin mời đội The Phoenix.
There are 4 boxes with 4 corresponding situations, and I want to introduce the first team, the Phoenix.
Number 2.
Number 2. So the technical department. Okay. This is about multinational companies' impacts. An MNC is basing its operations in a certain province. To meet its quota, the MNC employs a great number of locals, which has caused a labor shortage in vital sections of the province. What action would you take as the provincial governor? So explain your course of action. Are you all clear? The Phoenix?
Absolutely.
Và
Yeah,
tình huống
next.
của đội The Phoenix là tình huống số 4. Một công ty đa quốc gia đang hoạt động tại một tỉnh. Để đáp ứng hạn ngạch của mình, công ty đã tuyển dụng và sử dụng rất nhiều nguồn nhân lực tại địa phương này, và điều này đã gây ra tình trạng thiếu lao động trong các lĩnh vực quan trọng của tỉnh. Bạn sẽ hành động gì với tư cách là tỉnh trưởng? Hãy giải thích quá trình hành động của bạn.
And next, please invite the team Greenie 5.
Yeah, we choose box number 3.
3, the red box. You are a leader of an international company. Your business partner put forward a manufacturing project, and this idea had two sides. The deal would boost the company's reputation and the profits, but the amount of waste done will badly damage the environment. Luckily, your partner promised that they would take care of it. However, while the project is still underway, you discover that your partner hasn't actually treated the waste at all, and the project has yet to yield any significant results. So in this case, what would you do?
Và tình huống của đội Greening 5 là tình huống số 3, Greening the Natural World. Bạn là người đứng đầu của một công ty quốc tế. Đối tác của bạn đưa ra một phương án sản xuất và ý tưởng này có hai mặt. Nó có thể thúc đẩy lợi nhuận và danh tiếng của công ty, nhưng số lượng chất thải sau sẽ gây ra hại nặng đến môi trường của chúng ta. May thay, đối tác của bạn hứa hẹn rằng họ sẽ xử lý vấn đề này. Tuy nhiên, trong lúc dự án vẫn đang được tiến hành, bạn phát hiện ra đối tác của bạn chưa hề xử lý chất thải. Dự án vẫn chưa sinh ra kết quả đáng kể gì. Và trong trường hợp này, bạn sẽ làm gì?
And next, we have two boxes left. I want to invite the 13, the Takara.
Can we choose the box number 4, please?
Number 4. It's about diversity in workplace. MNCs employ a huge numbers of people from various backgrounds and cultures. The standardized working schedule is often incompatible with many employees' native religious beliefs, national holidays, etc. This has a negative effect on their overall productivity. So what would you do if you were managing a group of workers who were having this problem?
Sakura với tình huống số 1, những công ty đa quốc gia thường sử dụng một số lượng lớn người từ các nền văn hóa và nền tảng khác nhau. Lịch trình làm việc được chuẩn hóa thường không phù hợp với tín ngưỡng tôn giáo bản địa của nhiều nhân viên và các ngày lễ quốc gia. Điều này có ảnh hưởng tiêu cực đến năng suất chung của họ. Bạn sẽ làm gì nếu bạn đang quản lý một nhóm công nhân đang gặp vấn đề này?
And finally, Greenie 5, you do not have any choices left, and you have to choose the white box. And it's about, as a content creator, you want to share your knowledge and experience to the public. However, there are certain individuals who make use of your content without your permission. So, what would you do in this situation?
Và cuối cùng là đội Go Rangers. Tình huống của đội Go Rangers là tình huống số 2, Knowledge Sharing. Là một nhà sáng tạo nội dung, bạn muốn chia sẻ kiến thức và những trải nghiệm của mình cho mọi người. Tuy nhiên, có một số cá nhân nhất định sử dụng nội dung của bạn mà chưa được sự cho phép. Bạn sẽ làm gì trong tình huống này?
And now, may I ask the technical department to send the teams in distinct breakout rooms. You guys will have 5 minutes to prepare for this part. And now the organizers will put you in the distinct breakout room. And when the time is up, technical department will announce and send the team back to the main room.
Và trong lúc chờ các đội thi tiến hành hội ý, thì cho phép Minh Khuê xin được giao lưu một chút với ban giám khảo của chúng ta đêm nay. Chị Nguyễn Phan Thùy Linh thấy phần thể hiện của các đội thi ở vòng 1 vừa rồi như thế nào ạ? Xin mời chị mở mic và trả lời câu hỏi ạ.
Ok, xin chào mọi người, xin chào tất cả ban giám khảo như là các bạn khán giả đang xem livestream. Thì cái vòng thi vừa rồi là vòng thi Kahoot đúng không? Và chị cũng thấy là có một cái sự chênh lệch và có vẻ như một tinh thần của một vài team đang gọi là đang lấn cấn, và chị hy vọng rằng là cái vòng thi thứ hai này các bạn ấy sao nhỉ, phục thù và sẽ gọi là tất cả sẽ cùng nhau cố gắng để có thể bước vào thêm cả vòng thứ 2, vòng thứ 3 nữa. Và có một cái chị muốn nói đó là vòng thi thứ nhất chị cũng thấy rất là ấn tượng khi mà những cái câu hỏi ban tổ chức đưa ra ấy theo ba cấp độ này, và chị cũng thấy rất là ấn tượng khi mà các team thể hiện một cái kiến thức rất là rộng và vừa sâu và vừa rộng về chủ đề future integration. Và chị cũng muốn và chị cũng rất là ấn tượng khi mà chị nhận được đề của ban tổ chức là cái topic, official topic của mọi người cho cái vòng thi thứ 2. Rất là thú vị bởi vì là nó rất là cụ thể, và các bạn ấy sẽ được gọi như là role play, bạn ấy sẽ được đóng vai là một director, hoặc là các bạn sẽ đóng vai là một người có thể hoặc tỉnh trưởng, bạn ấy sẽ có thể thể hiện vấn đề đó. Và chị rất là mong chờ vào 5 phút thể hiện của từng đội trong cái vòng thi thứ 2 này. Đó là cảm nhận của chị.
I want to hear some more answers. I want to invite Michael Ngô. Mr. Michael Ngô. How do you feel about the performance in part 1 of the 4 teams?
I was quite surprised that it was so skewed. I thought it would be a lot closer. To be coming into this, I feel like all the teams are very close to each other in terms of knowledge and skill set. So I think these next 2 rounds will be a lot closer.
Yeah, you expect it's closer in the result, right? Yeah, but we do have a quite big gap here, and so I think that do you have any advices for the teams to especially Greenie 5 and Takara to help them to get into the next 2 parts with a successful performance?
So my best advice to you is just that it's over. Part 1 is over. Now focus on doing your best with part 2 and part 3, and that's all that matters at this point.
So how do you feel about the performance of the Phoenix in part 1?
Actually, it was quite incredible. There's a lot of answers in there that I didn't even know. So very impressed by this young group.
Unbelievable. And me too. And I have to say that I have to admit that I'm a big fan of the Phoenix right now. And I want to see that some turnover of the four teams, 3 teams, I mean, 3 other teams. Yeah. And may I ask more, Miss Chantilly?
Hi. Yeah, about my first impressions of the first round of the final today. Yeah, I'm really excited and also really impressive of the wide knowledge of four excellent groups, because they are all well prepared for the information round, which laid the foundation for the second round. And they will have to be in the actual roles, like the leaders in the integrations future, and they will have a chance to apply all the raw informations and raw materials into the roles played right now. And I am hoping that they are now well prepared for their performance later on, to not only apply all the informations in the first round, but also can be themselves in the futures of globalizations and integrations. And yeah, very interesting first round, and also hope to see the more interesting second round.
Thank you. I myself think that the teams are 100 by many. I mean, there are many obstacles for them about the online competition right now, right? So about the connection of the members in the team, right? So they do not have the connection fully. I mean, so that is still the hard thing for them. So okay, so we only have 30 seconds left. And I think that they can shorten the gap here. And how do you feel, Minqui?
Yeah, I think that the four teams will be all ready for the next round. There are only 10 seconds left.
Okay, so let's count down. 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
And the technical department, tell me if the teams are already sent back in the main. So may I ask the teams either? So what about the Phoenix? Are you all here? The Phoenix, can you hear me? Okay, about the Takara.
How
We are all
about
here.
other teams?
Yeah. Okay. Can you raise your hand? A technical hand. I mean.
Yeah, I see Takara here.
Okay. Next, I want to ask the Gal Rangers. Are you all here? While waiting for the Gal Rangers, I want to give the compliments to the Takara, especially the member Lei Tupan. You have a great filter today. You have the great filter tonight, and wish you all the best. I think that you will be yourself, be calm, and get yourself ready for the next two part. Yeah. Next, I want to ask the Gal Rangers. Are you all here? So what about the Phoenix? Are you here? The Phoenix, can you turn on your microphone?
All right, I'm here. Apparently, I think my teammates misunderstood. They all stayed in the breakout room. None of them got out yet. So, well, I'm here now. So,
So right now, Takara, let's begin your performance.
So, if I manage a group of workers who have different backgrounds and cultures, I will offer the company so they can have a specific condition. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. Wait for the timer. So your topic is diversity in workplace, and your 3 minutes start now.
So, if I manage a group of workers who have various backgrounds and culture, I will offer the company so that they can give us a specific schedule for these people so that they can both have better effect at work and also they can enjoy the nation holiday. So in the offer, I will offer the company to have maximum 50 days for each religion people to 50 days off so that they could join their native religious belief and the native holiday. And in the job interview, we will also ask if they have any special day, nation days or religious so that we can discuss more about it. And also we will let them choose which day they want off so that we can have people to take place them when they are in their day off. For it, and for better managing, we also separate the religion in groups, so it's easier to see how many people is absent and to take people to replace the place when they're day off. So it could help the MCS and see a lot, and when they are losing a huge part of people who working in that day, and we'll have pay for them if they in the native day, so they can be more effect at work and won't leave the company just because of their religious and native day. And I hope this schedule will help the employment to communicate, to cooperate more with people, and to against them from fighting each other. We all have the balance schedule for them, so they could spend their time with family. For example, like the Hallelujah Day of Buddhism. And the day to memorize Buddha in like example in Vietnam, we also have the day to memorize the Buddha in the 50th of April. And that's all I want to say about this evasion.
Okay, so thank you, Team Sakura, for your performance. It's a really informative performance. So next is the question and answer section of the judges for the Team Sakura.
So judges, please give them the questions so that they will answer for you. What about you, Miss Chen Phi-Ling?
Thank you so much, the first group, for your answer. And I have a questions about like the unbalance amongst each of the groups related to the certain religious or national holidays. For example, in Vietnam, we have 10 holidays, including 9 to 10 days for the national holiday. But in another countries, they do not have like 10 holiday, but they do have other kinds of holidays, such as Thanksgiving days, which is about 2 or 3 days off. How can you balance the numbers of absence of each of these stuff related to a certain religious or national holiday?
Foy from Takara, and may I answer your questions? So you're basically asking how do we ask company managers use in the contract to balance these absence of the worker, right? So that it doesn't affect the work productivities and overall the productivities of the company, right? So in order to do this, my speakers have made it clearly that we will give these workers a contract and they will choose their time of absence. They will choose their day off personally due to their religious, and these religious will also be noted in their personal information as well. So basically our solutions to this problem is very generalized to every company in the world. That's my answers. Are you pleased about it?
Thank you so much for your answer.
Thank you.
So please, judges, any questions?
All right, so may I add some point here?
Yeah.
I think the question regarding to Ms. Phi-Ling somehow like how to balance between the day off, the number of day off between the employees, because some kind of country they have more day off than others. So if you ask them in advance, for example, I'm from Vietnam, I want to have a day off like 2 weeks for Tết holiday, but for other Thanksgiving only 2 or 3 days. So how can you balance that, and how you can maintain the equality between your employees if you are employers? So that is some follow-up question by Ms. Chen Phi-Ling.
Right, thank you so much for your questions, first of all. So as we says that they will choose their day off in the calendar, right? So when they choose like over 2 weeks of Tet holiday and only 3 days of Thanksgiving in some countries, right? So they will have to work, they will have to balance their work, and at work they will have to go to work extra in the holiday that they don't have to, in the holiday that doesn't belong to them, right? So basically everybody's have the same amount of day off in their calendar at our contract. Is that okay for answers?
Yes, okay, thank you, we were good.
Thank you.
Have any question, judges? Yeah, Ms. Nguyễn Phan Thùy Linh.
All right. Okay. Congratulations, Takara teams for your answer. And I couldn't agree more with the questions from Judge Trần Thị Linh and Miss Miss Ling. And I have to say that I see that you are very creative because you choose to focus. You have 50 days off, right? And also I can see that in your answer, you say that you will like divide your stuff into groups, like for like exclusive groups or clubs for them to celebrate them their holidays, right? So I can see that this is a creative way to solve the problem. But yet it will create a burden on your human resources department, right? Because you have to, customize, and you have to solve like the individual problem to each stuff, right? So can you tell me what is your strategies to like solve the problem, the burden of the human resources department? How can you like manage your stuff? That's my question.
Thank you for your questions. So so you're basically so what's your questions about is that we might not not have enough human resource, right? So in the contract we already know which day that they will be absent, right? So we will have like plan B for every group that doesn't have enough personal, like enough human resource. So if that day one employee in that group is like absent, we can replace them with others, and that will solve our problem with human resource. That's my answers.
Great job. Thank you.
So what about the other judges? Do you have any questions? Michael Ngô?
No, I don't have any questions. I think everyone's asked the questions. But I did want to just kind of give a note to some feedback for Takara and also for the other teams as well. When we're presenting online, especially when we're using a virtual background, please make sure you are closer to the camera. I think most of the time I wasn't able to see the presenter's face, so just take note of that as you present.
Thank you for your feedbacks.
Thank you very much for your feedbacks, for sincere feedbacks. And now I would like to congratulate Đinh Ngọc Minh Khôi. You know, like what a gentleman. I see here, what a gentleman. With you are a team with 4 girls, right? And you stand here and answer all questions like a shield for your teams. Thank you very much. So now let's move on to the next performance. So Minh Khuê, could you start the next performance, the next turn?
So, continuing today's integration perspectives competition, we'd like to invite Team Gao Ranger. Are you all here? So, Gao Rangers, let's turn on your mic and confirm.
Yes.
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 So, Gao Rangers, with the case 2, knowledge sharing. As a content creator, you want to share your knowledge and experience to the public. However, there are certain individuals who makes use of your content without your permission. So what do you do in this situation? So, Gao Rangers, are you all ready?
Yes.
Okay, so your 3 minutes begins.
Okay, greeting everybody. I'm Hương Quỳnh and let me answer our question. For this situation, I'd like to divide it into two cases. To begin with, if I have intellectual property rights, I can issue the one who violates the copyright infringement. If the copyright is registered, there should be a caption like all content and rights belong to the author. When there is a case of using content without permissions, it is necessary to contact the user to talk, analyze behaviors, and warning. If no agreement is reached, I will send a letter of warning and choose. After that, I will accumulate evidence, providing that it is my product and it's a originals, and prove that this content belongs to me. And moreover, I would point out the similarity between their duplicate version and my authentic one. And then I draw the public attention by raising my voice, pursue them to follow my side. Once I get enough support from the public and have compelling evidence, I will sue to the violator in court. And another case, if I haven't registered the intellectual property rights, I will have a meeting. I will contact them and have a meeting with the one who copied my idea, and then require them to remove his or her product on his or her channel, like on the YouTube channel, like that. And if they agree with me and remove the copy, I will not do anything more. But if they do not remove it, I still follow the first two above mentioned steps. That is to get evidence to support the originality of my creation and prove that what others have copied of mine, and then I get the public attention. One more thing, if stealing ideas and content occur on the social media platform, I can report it and information that social media, so that they solve it by removing the violated evidence from the platform.
So time's over. Yeah, such an outstanding performance.
And I see that there's the five girls behind the superhero, right? And the Power Rangers. And I see the strength here. And when they talk about the topic related to copyright, and I think that all you guys do not try to use their content without permission. Okay, so now it's the Q&A sessions with the judges. So any judge have the questions for Power Rangers?
So Miss Lien Chen, please turn on your microphone and ask the Power Rangers.
Okay, so first of all, I need to say that it's a very clear and very beautiful presentation of Power Rangers. You have a very powerful presentation. A very simple question, but I think it's quite funny. What do you do if there's a case when the other person used your content, but they have a greater way, or maybe a funnier way, more creative way to to tell that content, to sell that content, and you think that you will make more public announcement to have more people support you. But what if they have more supporter than you? So what do you do in that case?
Thanks for your question, but I just want to say that the content in my and still is always still they like they it's not their thought, their experience, and they just like make up my experience and um uh, and like just it just still yeah and mm, but they do not um, but they do not uh, like uh, but they do not like have permission from me, and I still do the step I mentioned before, and at least I think at least they need to get the permission from me. I think that's and like any knowledge is a treasure and it worth being protected. Yeah. It's my answers.
So thank you for your answer. Yeah, may I ask Mr. Michael Ngô, can you ask the team Go Rangers?
Yeah. So great presentation, very clear, very aggressive in your approach to going after possible infringement. But I want to pose this question. It seems like the only course of action seems like it's a legal action or at least a bit of confrontation. Is there a way that you could leverage people using your content to help promote you as a content creator or you as a brand or you as a company?
So, Guy Rangers, do you need any time for, like brainstorm and answer fully this question?
Can you please repeat the question?
Do you need any time to prepare for answering this question fully?
Pardon me? Can you repeat the questions again?
Michael Ngô, can you repeat the questions?
Sure. So the question was pretty much, yes, in certain cases you will have to use legal recourse. However, knowing that there's a lot of people who will copy your content, is there a different approach that you can consider that you can leverage this as a way to promote yourself, or your brand, your channel, or whatever it is? Because to lead this legal route, it will be very resource intensive. And so what's a better way to
Are you clear, your Rangers? Do you got it?
Yes, thank you for your question, and please give me some minutes to answer your question.
Okay, at this part, I have to ask the judge. So, Michael Ngô, do you leave them some minutes to think about these questions? I think this is a quite different question.
Yes, I think that bring my product into spread my contents or my ideas to the public more, but I think that if I want to bring my content to the public freely, I will put it into non-profit for non-profit purpose. But however, in if my content aims or targets to a particular purpose, I will register the intellectual properties property rights before I allows other people make a copies of my content. Moreover, I think before imitate or making a copies of my content, they at least get my permission first. Yeah, that's my answers.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael Moore, and thank you, Power Rangers. So, any other judges have questions for Power Rangers? As I've seen that there are no questions, and I would like to congratulate Power Rangers. You've done this part really well. Next. Next, Minhui, could you reveal that the third team of this part? Who is the third team?
Okay, so the third team of our contest today is Winnie 5. Are you all here? Winnie 5, let's turn on your mic and confirm.
Yes, we're all here.
Yes, yes, we're here.
So your case is the case 3, winning the natural world. You're a leader of an international company. Your business partner puts forward a manufacturing project, and this idea had two sides. The deal would boost the company's reputation and the profits, but the amount of waste dumped will badly damage our environment. Luckily, your partner promised they would take care of it. However, while the project is still underway, you discover that your partner hasn't actually treated the waste at all. The project has yet to yield any significant results. So in this case, what would you do? So are you all ready for your performance? Winnie 5?
Yes, yes, we're ready.
Okay, so your 3 minutes starts.
Okay, so hi everybody, my name is Hian Thao, and I'm glad to be here today on behalf of my team, Winnie 5, to present some solutions to our case. Well, you have just talked about our case, but I would like to talk about it again. First, we are a leader of an international company, and our business partner put forward a manufacturing project. And this idea has its own pros and cons. It can increase the company's reputation and profits, but if the huge amount of waste is not being treated properly, a lot of horrible things will affect our company. And while the project has yet to yield any significant results, we figure out that our partner hasn't actually treated the waste at all. And here are the steps we would take. Oh, and before starting, I would like to say that as a CEO of any organization or business, I will never attempt to gain reputation or profits at the expense of the environment. Supposing that I'm the CEO of any organization or business, I'll always hold some certain core values that I will follow strictly to keep my business in line. One of my core values is a sustainable business. So, firstly, we will make them deal with the waste that already existed immediately, like as fast as possible. And they have
also, they also have to make up for the damages that they cause, especially like, clean the environment and everything else. We definitely have signed a strict contract before putting up this project, so we will follow the rules in the contract. In case people know about this situation, we will have to inform the press and the public that we are not responsible for this. It's our partner who have to deal with it. And we will do anything to fix our mistakes and recover our reputation. Next, we will form a team to regularly check the process of treating the waste. If our partner continues not following the contract, we would stop cooperating with them. And we will find a new partner who will fulfill our priority requirement of not having a negative impact on the environment. And so this is also the end of my presentation. Thank you all for your listening. And now, do you have any question for us?
Thank you, Brittany 5, and congratulate to your performance. And as I see here, what I see a funny coincidence is that member of that is a great
they're so cute.
on his hat. It's fit perfectly with the topic of this greening the natural world, right? So
yeah.
Thank you. And
so
now,
like all of us have it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, because I'm just focusing on Baozang. Sorry. What a great team. Okay. What a wonderful team and wonderful performance. And now we'll come to the Q&A sessions. So, any questions from the judges?
So may I invite Miss Nguyễn Phan Thùy Linh?
Yeah.
All right, congratulations, Green Eye 5. I'm really impressed with your speech, and they're really remarkable. And you made an impressive speech up there. Yeah, congratulations. And so because of that, I want to give you two questions, and this is a little bit tricky. Okay, all right. So I just want to put more add more extremity to your circumstances. Okay, so in case that your partner does not follow the rules, and they just want to badly damage our environment, and then you have finished your contract with your partner, but then your partner find another partner, another company to collaborate with, but they still doing harmful for the to the environment. So what will you do? Do you just don't care about them because they just collab with another company, or do you do anything? So is this my okay? This is the first question, and the second question for you is that I want to add is that wait, I have some note here. All right, so how can you balance it is the general one, is how can you balance the benefits of your company's economic goals and the environmental responsibilities? Yep. So that is the two questions from me. Good luck.
Thank you so much for your two questions. Okay, so to the first question, I would like to answer it. If our partner continue the project with another company, and both of them really intend to damage the environment, then as a former partner, we cannot just stand still. We cannot just watch them do that, right? So the one thing that we can do, we don't have any we don't have any power to directly interfere into that case, but we can use the press from the public, like the people. So we will raise the awareness. And as a former partner, we know a lot about that project. We have all the details. We know that there are a lot of ways that they can fix and they can improve their project, but obviously they just care about the profits. They just neglect all the harmful things. So we will tell the press, we will tell the public, we will tell everybody that, hey, they're supposed to do that, but they don't do it. And actually, this is, I'm being a little bit mean, but if we do that, that actually increase our reputation. Yeah, it will mark a better image of our company in everybody's mind. So that is the first one. And if those companies still not stop doing those horrible actions, maybe we have to use the law. We will have to inform that to the government using, we have a lot of laws evolved in environment. So yeah, those are the ways that we will use if that happens.
So, thank you for your answer. Like for the second question, how can we balance our financial benefit and the environment? I suppose put forward to some solution like we should spend like a appropriate amount of money capital on this on these issues like environment, or we can make sure of the environment laws and rules and so and maybe we can form a team. As we have said before, we form a team that manage the environmental situation problems and working together with the project management team. And finally, I'm thinking about sticking our company image to the as environmental friendly companies. I think it's like would be a great idea to balance the beneficial financial benefit and environment.
All right, thank you.
So any other judges? Do you have any question?
I think that there are two judges here, so maybe Miss Keeling, can you read your word first, and then I will have more questions later. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Changling. I have one question for your groups. You mentioned that when you deal with the problems, your partner's company, they violate the contract and also the regulations about related to like environmental issue. And you mentioned the solution that you require that company solve the problems related to environments as quickly as possible, but they will have the temporary solution, which is to not only quickly solve the solution, but also save this kind of collaborations. And this solution is just temporary and not really sustainable, and it's even posed like the more serious consequences to the environments. And in that case, what will you do?
Okay, Greenify, are you all clear about the questions, about the queries from judges Gentilly?
I'm really sorry, but like there was some internet connection problem. So can you please repeat it?
Okay, so please, Judge Gentilly, repeat the questions.
Okay, so I want to ask about like when you deal with this kind of problems, and your partners company will have like a temporary solution for the environmental issue in the collaborations between your company and the partner company, and they will have like just a temporary solution to solve with the environmental related problems, and it is not really sustainable solution. And how can you deal with the problems that the solutions they boast even create more serious problems to the environment just to save the collaborations between your company and the partner's company?
Okay, thank you for the great questions, and my answer with this, because if this company, my project companies that doesn't solve this immediately and they make it more negative problems, and I will, as we're our member we mentioned before, that will not to cooperate with them anymore, and we will definitely stop this project. And secondly, if this problem is more serious and we cannot do anything, we will ask another company or another that have a higher position like the police or the lawyer, and they can they can join with us and they will stop this problem. Because we just like project, and we just like I think the business partner, and we cannot tell them immediately, and we have to ask another business partner or the higher with their more position to ask them to stop this. And I think so. And this is my answer. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I want to add a little bit, because in our case, we also say that we will form a team to regularly check the process of treating the waste. And if our partner they do something that harm the environment, our team will recognize it and say and also do something to punish them if because they have not following the contract, and also stop cooperating with them.
Thank you so much for your answer.
All right, so let me follow up with some question. As you hear, you mentioned that you will sign strict contract with them, right? And when you ask your partner to deal with the waste immediately, so how, because here who will bear the cost of doing the clearing or trying to save the environment? So about the cost, how can you deal with that? And how many % of responsibility here when you deal with your partner? And then the next question is about the media crisis, as you mentioned, that because like when you rely a lot of breast power, right? And you said that you will put that is my partner fault. It's still related to my country. But because you know this is a manufacturing project, and when you launch the projects, where you have to tell all the press and also launch about like this is a cooperation between your country, your company and your partner. So you cannot put all the responsibility for your partner like that. So is it necessary fair if you put all the fault for them? And surely that it is still, because this is a corporation, you still have the responsibility here. So how can you deal with the press when you find out about this environmental crisis? So to sum up, my two questions is about the cost and the percentage of responsibility. And the second one is to deal with media crisis. So this is for your group, the questions. Can you answer my question? And are you clear about the question?
Well, I will answer my first questions. When we were a CEO, it means that our company have a separated fund or for operating the company. And about the cost, we will use this fund in the company, and this, or if there any problem or there's be a loss or has some choose leader, we will ask the media. And because we tell them that
our problem or our activity doesn't have a negative impact, because the business partner is had they do the wrong way in our route, and they have to responsible for this. And I will tell the media, and I will ask anyone and ask the public to have us to deal with this problem. Or maybe that being CEO of the company, I will use my own money to deal with this problem, because I know the importance of the protect the environment is really important. And I know that we doesn't have to, and we have to, and we can do many ways to stop this immediately. And we will do not care about the cost or about the addition cost, I think. And that's my answer. Thank you so much.
And I will answer question number 2 about the media crisis. First, to the press and the public, we definitely have to say sorry. We have to apologize everyone for our fault. Not just our fault, but we have shared a part of it. Next, we will explain. We will explain and tell them the truth, that we are just cooperating with another partner, and it is our partner who is responsible for this crisis. Actually, our responsible is not having supervising them, and we will try the best way to fix our mistakes, and if necessary we will show the contract between us, just some rules between us that can prove that we have done our best, we have tried our best, we have put out the rules that protect the environment, that minimize the damage. Thank you.
All right, so thank you for your answer. I see that if you're CEO, you really love the environment more than the company, because you say you use your own money to clear the environment, right? All right, but however, for the second answer, that is from Hian, I think that is the good things, and maybe in the contract you have to start clearly before taking all the project into the reality. All right, so thank you for your group.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, judges, and thank you, the team Greenify. And we're just in the part 2, but as you've seen, there are a real debate here. Very heated, right? So, what an impressive performance about the content as well as the activities. And I'd like to congratulate Greenify. You finished your. Perhaps at this point, you can agree with me that the teams participating in this year finals each have their own strengths and size and performance, right? And if you agree with me, hit the big thumbs up icon. And see that all of you agree with that. So if you agree with me that each team has their own strengths and style of performance right now, so hit the big thumbs up icon on Zoom. Thank you everyone. I've seen lots of thumbs up right now. And for Greenify, you have a great crowd of supporters. And I've read two funny comments about that. You are the one in my heart, and you are very perfect. Congratulate that.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, accompanying the contestants in the past few days, we felt that the expression of personality, creativity, and careful investment in each content through the competition rounds are among the strengths of the teams participating in All Around the World Finals today. And I really hope that all the teams will maintain this spirit to reach the highest position in this year's contest, especially in the third round. And ladies and gentlemen, I have to say that the coincidence in life provides lots of great things, lots of wonderful things, as the appearance of Greedy Five and the topic of theirs. And now I have one more coincidence here, is that it really fits the statement that save the best for the last, and the last team in this part is who are they, and why is the best? It is the best of part one. So let's welcome the Phoenix and see how they perform.
So the Phoenix, are you all here? And the case of the Phoenix is the case for multinational companies' impacts. A multinational company is basing its operations in a certain province. To meet its quota, the MNC employs a great number of locals, which has caused a labor shortage in vital sectors of the province. What action would you take as the provincial governor? And explain your course of action.
Hello, everyone.
South Phoenix.
Okay. Hi.
And now your 3 minutes start.
Okay. I see the timer. All right. So, hello, everyone. This is our problems about multinational companies' impacts. So let's dissect these questions together, shall we? So we can clearly see that this is a situation that happens throughout our country, not our specific country, but to the whole world. Because multinational companies are the ones that they kind of gather around like locals to work for them. So this is the situation, and we're going to find the solutions for these. So first off, let's say what we're going to do is that we're going to make a quick survey, an extremely fast survey, asking what are the locals working for those companies? Why are they applying for those companies instead of working for us as like in our locals? So after we understand, maybe they have a better institute, maybe they have a better companies, better workplace, better salaries, or maybe higher wages. So those are the factors that we have to consider, and we ask our locals and why they're doing so. And we could also try to take a look into like the multinational companies, like what are their strong points and what are we lacking. So afterwards, we decided to figure it out, like what is our strong points, what are the locals are like good at, like, you know, instead of like the locals have to work at like those multinational companies, we now applied what we have gathered and applied it into jobs that we are popular with. For instance, so we can finally create a better workplace and a better environment for them to work. Maybe we could start, you know, like evaluating which job is going to be more important and we're going to sacrifice. And okay, so that is the first steps. Now let's move on to the second steps, which is that what are we going to do? Let's advertise. After we upgrade ourselves to fit the standard of the local people, we now market ourselves. We now promote our companies, like our factories, into that this is a better place, because this is a better place. You don't have to work at multinational companies anymore. They're using you. Not like that. But basically, my point is that we're going to promote our factories, that we have changed. We have done a lot of implementation that would help us to improve. And then afterwards, we could change people's mind into instead of every single one of us individuals working for the multinational companies, we now change people's mind and they will now start to reconsider and work for us again. Because this situation happens a lot, because multinational companies are very popular and they really give a lot of benefits. So by doing these two steps, we could change and could develop the locals again.
Yeah, perfect timing. Thank you for your performance.
Thank you.
Okay, so I would like to invite the judges to give any questions for the team, the Phoenix. So may I invite Ms. Chen Hui Ling?
Congratulations, the Phoenix, on completing very impressive performance. I really love your two steps, right? The first step is upgrading yourself, and the second step is advertising, and and you solve the problems from the demands, and also from the grassroots of the problems, which is very sustainable. But I have a questions right now is in the second step, which is about advertising. You said that you will advertise your company. It is like the perfect workplace to work in, and you want to contrast or you want to compare the multinational now is not really suitable for them anymore because the local ones will serve all the demands of the worker, but it will pose the problems, which is the multinational in the future will be lost their position in the society, and the impacts will be they lost the position, and the collaborations between Vietnam's company and also the Vietnam's worker and multinational company or workers will be lessons in the future. And how can you deal with this problem? The loss of the position of multinational company, which are related to like the collaborations of our country to another country. That is my first question. And the second question is about like you upgrade yourself, right? You upgrade yourself, but how about the salary? How can you deal with the problems that you cannot provide as much insurance, salary, or some kinds of money or stipend to your workers at the multinational company, and also like the diversity of culture. Yeah, the salary and also diversity of culture is a really strong point of multinational company. And how do you deal with that problems? Two questions.
Thank you, judges. Thank you, Judge, for this incredible questions. And can we have some time to consider this question? That would be great. Thank you.
Sure.
Right.
May I ask, gentlemen, how many minutes you give Phoenix to answer your question? 2 questions.
Yeah, 2 questions. Yeah.
I think it's 2 minutes.
Wow.
One for each.
Yeah, you have 2 minutes, the Phoenix.
Thank you,
time
judges.
starts now.
That is very generous. Thank you.
So while waiting for the performance, while waiting for preparation of the Phoenix, so may I ask Michael Ngô, can you turn on your mic and your microphone? So what do you think about the performance of the 3 other teams?
What do I think?
What do you think about the performance of the 3 other teams in this part?
I think what I was saying before, how this part 2 is going to be much closer. I think I'm really happy to see that it is. All the teams so far have presented very clearly and very animatedly and very organized and structured, especially considering that they only had 5 minutes to prepare. So very impressed with the team so far.
Thank you, Michael Ngô. So what about Miss Phan Thị Linh?
Well, I have to say that the part 2 is, as the Mr. Michael have said, we are come closer to the result. I can see that they have a very inspirational speech, and I can see their skill in problem solving, and also they can solve the problem is like in spontaneity. And I can really admire our four teams finalists. Yeah. So just keep that spirit, and we will see in the next round, the 3rd round debate.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
now,
So
Phoenix, your time is up.
let's turn on your mic and answer the first question.
All right. So for the first question of Miss Ling, I would say that I think that the process of multinational companies having this clash between like the locals and people like working there, and then the national companies. There's a clash, but I believe that from my answer, I do mention the part where what we are good at. So basically, if the locals have a set of skills, or maybe like some sort of like investment, or like a factory in which they work in, and they kind of like agree, like they find it more comfortable to work there, then they could continue to work there. If people still find the possibility of continue to work at multinational companies, then they could still continue to work there. We need to balance out these two, definitely, because throughout the way I answer, it might sound like I'm trying to attract everyone, but the truth is, we still need the multinational kind of like aspect. And by balancing it, we could, because at the end of the day, it's the multinational companies could work on like a different factory, a different products they produce or something else, but we could work on our own. So the thing is that we keep on like define like what our locals are good at. We continue to define that part. If people still want to continue working for the multinational companies, well, let them. But the problem here is that I believe is that because we did not upgrade it, they would rather work at a multinational companies rather than work with us. So after we upgrade, they have more choices, they have more availability. The same can be said for the kind of like the salaries, where I would say that it leaves the same kind of like ground, because salaries is definitely like very attractive point for them. But if they already ready, like willing themselves to work in multinational companies, then the salaries doesn't have to be that higher, or doesn't have to increase. If we do increase, then it's good for us because we attract more. But if not, then there's nothing wrong with it, because people are already accepting to work in these sort of factories. They are happy to have jobs, and by upgrading and by applying both multinational companies, people have more chances to work and they have more options. And well, people usually say the more options, the better. So that's my answer. Thank you for listening.
Now may I invite Miss Lien.
I need to say that I was very surprised and very impressed by your presentations. Very, you've done so well. So I got one more question for you. I think it's not really tricky. So as you guys are posing the two actions, the main action that you would take as a provincial governor to opposing the fight between for labor between multinational company with the local company. So would you ever think of the any side effect of this action, as the action can be considered as the hostile to the foreign investment? So would you consider any effect of that, side effect of that?
Okay, so I would like to answer this question. Our team would like to answer this question immediately. For the hostile kind of viewpoints, is that I think they're only hostile when they realize there's no reason to continue to invest in a place without any workers, and if that place only continue to specialize specifically for the locals. It's like they tell the investor that we are only specialized in one specific production line, and there's nothing you can do about it. I think that's the hostile approach. But if we continue to welcome them with open arm and say that we do have locals that work in like the specific this specific line, but we also have people that are still like jobless and they still don't like find a place for them to work, they could still continue to, so the multinational companies could still continue to work there. This also related to the previous answer, in which that I mentioned that like people have more options. So that doesn't mean that everyone is going to willing to work in one company, and so by it's not like we're closing in. It's not like we're closing in. We're shutting down everything from the multinational companies. It's that I think that we want to strive for balance. We want to strive for, you can still invest. You can still let other people work at your company. But remember that, we want to make sure that we do not let our locals, like labor shortage in both sides. I think that's like on both sides. We still want everyone to have a job, basically.
Mike want to add in is that these methods that we just stated before is that just for a temporary time, not for a long terms, because you see, for long terms, if I must say so myself, the others workers gonna be too reliant on these two methods, and they're gonna start depending on the benefits insurance or anything like that. So we offer them in the marketing criteria or even in the surveying criteria, if I must say so. And we can't this short-term two methods are actually for the to stabilize the flows of the markets and also the sustainabilities of both of the categories. What I say is that it actually very short-term methods. For the long terms, we haven't think of any specific ideas or methods that can meet up with the expectations from others investors, if I must say so myself. And that is my some of my adding information for the answers coming from Don Quốc Hoánh. Yes.
Thank you, Dương.
Thank you. So Michael Ngô, please turn on your mic and ask the Phoenix.
Yes, I'd like to first start off saying, Quốc Anh, I think you did an amazing job, not just presenting the ideas, but also articulating it in a very engaging manner. So keep the good work, keep it up. I think you're a very good speaker, so continue to develop that. So my question is, a lot of the discussion and the solution so far is assuming that I think the reality is you will need to do both in terms of facilitating an increased investment on the MNC side, as well as developing capability on the provincial side. So with that, there's going to be an increased need for labor, skilled labor. So how will you address that?
Okay, so for skilled laborers, okay, so our team, we mentioned, as you mentioned, like the skilled laborers. I would say that for this, because I think that we're living in a period of time where we have to develop in order to get used to this world, to be accepted. So people, I would say that if they want to have a job, then I believe everyone will be willing to learn extra courses, or maybe willing to learn new set of skills to apply themselves into this world. Because without it, they will eliminate themselves, and that's So I believe that's from my point. So other members would also like to add it. So Dương, can you also add in some points?
So basically speaking, that both provincials and MNCs are in need of skilled workers, right? And I must say that they have to to go through some campaigns and some projects or specific employing campaigns, so that they can eliminate all the short out the skilled workers from from the not so skilled workers. And actually, I have yet to come to a solution to this problem whatsoever. Yes.
All right, thank you, team.
Thank you, judges, and thank you, the 4 teams. And once again, I would like to congratulate on the 4 teams' performance. You did really well. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the last turn of the second part of final